Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Do you
How's
listen
it
me,
going?
teacher?
Yes, I do.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here today. And tell me, how did your homework go?
Okay. No,
It was easy.
we
It was not that
use
difficult.
we use the tools, so it's not difficult in this.
Yeah, yeah, but those homework, try to internalize, okay? So that you can internalize the grammar structures, the vocabulary, and so on, okay?
Okay.
Yes. So today we're going to be working on page number 209, please. We're gonna practice some comparisons.
Okay. What page? Repeat, please.
209. Yes.
Okay.
Because I noticed and I realized that this topic is not that clear at all. So we have to
Okay.
practice a little bit more, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Please.
Here we are. Comparisons, page number 209. Okay?
Okay.
And we're going to carry out this exercise together. So we're gonna go with the first one, and it is about adjectives from this box. These ones.
Yeah.
We have to fill in the blanks in this part. So the first one says, hello, Daniel, how are you doing? Please.
Hello, very good.
Today we're going to be working on page number 209, please. This one. Okay? So let's go with the first one. I knew the exam would be difficult, but I didn't expect it to be as. What do you think of this? Adjectives. These are comparisons, okay? I didn't expect it to be as boring as that, as careful as that, as cold as that, as fast as that.
As
Good.
hard,
Or
As hard.
as hard,
Yes, as hard as that. Number two. Last summer was the.
hottest,
Yes, perfect. The hottest. It's a superlative, right? Number three. There are too many mistakes in this essay. You need to be a lot. You need to be a lot.
careful.
Quiet, tired, fast. Sorry. Sorry. I couldn't hear you. Last. Sorry, there are too many mistakes in this essay. So you need to be a lot.
The word is careful, but I don't know what is the comparative.
Yeah. You have to need to be a lot careful. Yeah. He was very ill last week, but I'm pleased to say he seems to be getting now. To be early, fast, tired, hot, hurry, careful, good. It says I'm pleased. I think it's better, right?
Getting better.
Better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number five. They put a heating on today, so the school wasn't quite so as it was yesterday. They put the heating on today.
so boring.
What is the heating on? Do you know what is the heating? To put the heating.
No, pensé que era otra cosa. No.
Okay, to put the heating means poner la calefacción. Okay, so in this case, it is very obvious, right? So it is cold. So the school wasn't quite so cold as it was yesterday, right? Number 6, there was the what? Film I ever seen. I almost fell asleep near the end. I think it's boring, but in superlative form.
What's boring?
The
The
most boring.
boringest.
No, the most boring. I guess. Okay, later on we're gonna check. Number 7, the later you go to bed, the you will feel tomorrow. It is like the example that I showed you last class, right? The more you do something, the more you will acquire something. The later you go to bed, the
Earlier.
Tired. The tired. The tired you feel tomorrow.
tired.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I think it's no, I think it's different, okay? I'm gonna show you the correct answers. Okay? There you are.
It's tired.
Tired or more tired. Remember?
Why more? Tired it's only two.
Yes. Don't you remember that I showed you the last class? Those adjectives that are two-syllable can be tireder or more tired. Any of them. Okay, only those who has two syllables only, right? Yeah. Tireder or more tired. The previous one is most boring, cold, bitter. Number 8 is earlier, right? Number 9 is quieter or more quiet, because quiet has two syllables. If you write quieter or more quiet, it's okay, right? Number 10 is the fastest, easier. And now, let me see where it is. Yeah. Let's go to this part. Number 2, we have to complete as well these comparisons using these words in the box, okay? Letter B, our television is almost the size a double bed. It's almost what? Did you help me out?
Okay, wait.
I don't know.
No. It could be it's almost the same size.
What? The same size.
The same size as a double bed. It could be right. It's almost the same size as a double bed. Or not? What do you think, guys? Hey Jaroslav, how are you doing today? We're working on page number 209, please.
Good night, teacher. Thank you.
How are
Good
you
evening.
doing? Okay. Please open up your book on this page. Okay, so what do you think is in the letter B? Do you agree with me? Our television is almost the same size as a double bed. Or do you have
Yes.
any other idea? Yes,
Definitely.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Number 2, letter V, okay, as well. I am, and we have the adverb nearly. As interested in playing video games now, I used to be. What do you think here are the correct answers? Don't you know? Guys, are you there?
I
here,
am
but
more.
I am thinking about what is the word.
I am. Remember that we have to use these words. Okay, only these words.
Yeah, okay.
I
I am more
am.
nearly.
I don't think so.
Much nearly.
Much nearly. It could be. What about I am as nearly as interested? All right.
It sounds rare because it's two times says as.
Yeah, I guess. It sounds weird.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I guess it is not the correct answer. So I am more nearly. I don't think so. I am great nearly. Or it could be I am not nearly as interested in playing video games, right? I am not nearly as interested in playing video games now. And we have as I used to be. Do you agree with me?
Yes, as I used to be.
Yes, as. Number 3. Letter B. There is not a deal of difference. Do you remember this collocation, deal of? I think that you remember this collocation. I hope so. There is not
There
a
is not
Great.
yes, great deal of. Okay, remember, great deal of difference between, yes, between my taste in music and that of my best friend. Number 4, there be, I have never owned a stylish phone, the one I have now. This is very easy, actually. Do you know how to
Such,
solve this one? Sorry.
such
Yes, I have never owned such a stylish phone. And what is the other word?
as
As the one, yeah. As the one that I have now. Perfect. Number 5. The screen time I have in the evening, and we have the blank, longer it takes me to get to sleep.
More screen time.
Yeah, the more screen time I have in the evening, okay, the longer it takes me to get to sleep. No more. Number 6, letter B. I don't study nearly as I should. I will need to make a fun effort if I want to pass the first exam. Yeah.
As much.
Yes. Okay. As much. So where we are. Yeah. I don't study nearly as much as I should. I will need to make what? To make more effort more of an effort, right? Do you remember? More of a, and then we have to write a noun. More of an effort. It was more or much? Do you remember? More of an effort or much of an effort? Are you there?
Yes. The more.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. The more. Okay.
More. Yes.
Yeah. Number 7, letter B as well. I didn't have as
As
Problems.
Many problems.
Yes. As many problems with these exercises as I thought I would write. As.
Right. Yes.
Perfect.
Very good.
But let's check the correct answers. As you can see, the same size as a double bed. I am not nearly, now as, great deal of, between, such as a stylish phone, as, the more, the longer, nearly as much, perfect, make more of an effort, many problems as I thought I would. Okay? There you are.
Great.
So remember, practice this kind of comparisons because these are likely to appear in the beta first exam, okay? So you have to be really good at these ones. So now, let's go back to our lesson that is on page number 39. We're gonna practice some listening right now. Page number 39. Yes, are you there?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna play the audio so that you can hear, and you will hear 5 short extracts in which secondary school teachers are talking about changes that have been made in their schools with your partner, but in this case, you are going to do it alone, okay? On your own. You are going to decide these points, okay? And then you have to complete this exercise in which you have to choose which one of these speakers, speaker 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, mentioned the following items: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. And you have to write it here, okay?
Okay.
So are you ready, guys?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play the audio, and please listen very, very closely, okay? Can you hear the audio?
No.
No?
Not yet.
No.
Right now?
No.
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 Let me check. Yeah.
You will hear 5 short extracts in which secondary school teachers are talking about changes that have been made in their schools. For questions 1 to 5, choose from the list, A to H, what each speaker says about the changes. Use the letters only once. There are 3 extra letters which you do not need to use. Speaker 1.
Next year we're starting lessons at 10 rather than 9 every day. The head says teenagers need more sleep than adults, and they'll be more receptive during class if they come in an hour later. It's a fairly radical idea, and it's attracting a lot of attention from the press. I just think it's another one of the head's schemes to get publicity for herself. She clearly has her own interests at heart rather than those of the kids. Perhaps I should have spoken out at the consultation meeting, but she's got the support of the whole teaching staff, and they don't seem to care that her motives are all wrong.
Speaker 2.
I'm really fed up with our head of department. We all are. As well as having absolutely no interpersonal skills, he has a habit of making changes without bothering to find out what anyone else thinks first. He told us in a meeting last week that we're going to be using a different course book for Year 8 next term, and he's ordered 3 class sets already. I'm not saying that a change wasn't necessary. I think we're all a bit tired of the book we're using at the moment, but I do think he could have let us have some say in the matter before going ahead. It's no way to run a department.
Speaker 3.
Until now, a student's end-of-term report consisted of a mark for each subject, followed by a summarising comment from the tutor. With the new system, each subject teacher has to write a comment as well. And since I teach maths to as many as 200 students every year, it'll take me absolutely ages. The head says the tutor's comment isn't enough to give parents a full picture of how their child's getting on. But I think it's fine, as long as it's carefully written. Most parents won't read the comments anyway. They're just interested in the marks. It's a waste of time as far as I'm concerned. And I know the majority of my colleagues feel the same.
Speaker 4.
The situation in Year 10 is not much better than it was before. Mixing up the classes like that, splitting up the troublemakers, is a step in the right direction, but it doesn't go far enough. They're still there and they're still causing disruption to lessons. The head should have asked the parents to come in and got the kids to make certain guarantees in front of them, made them promise to improve their behaviour and so on. Then, if the promises aren't kept, expel them from the school. We told her that, but she said expelling them would just create problems for other schools. She needs to be much tougher.
Speaker 5.
There's some building work going on outside the music room. The windows are double glazed, but they're not thick enough to keep out the noise, so I've been moved to a room on the other side of the school. I've changed rooms many times before, but never to one as bad as this. The ceiling's high, and the acoustics are terrible for the piano. Plus I have to shout to make myself heard, so my throat is suffering, and then the sun streams in during the afternoon and sends the kids to sleep. I'm telling you, as soon as the work's finished, I'm moving straight back to my old room.
You will hear 5 short extracts in which secondary school teachers are talking about changes that have been made in their schools. For questions 1 to 5, choose from the list, A to H, what each speaker says about the changes. Use the letters only once. There are 3 extra letters which you do not need to use. Speaker 1.
Next year we're starting lessons at 10 rather than 9 every day. The head says teenagers need more sleep than adults, and they'll be more receptive during class if they come in an hour later. It's a fairly radical idea and it's attracting a lot of attention from the press. I just think it's another one of the head's schemes to get publicity for herself. She clearly has her own interests at heart rather than those of the kids. Perhaps I should have spoken out at the consultation meeting, but she's got the support of the whole teaching staff, and they don't seem to care that her motives are all wrong.
Speaker 2.
I'm really fed up with our head of department. We all are. As well as having absolutely no interpersonal skills, he has a habit of making changes without bothering to find out what anyone else thinks first. He told us in a meeting last week that we're going to be using a different course book for Year 8 next term, and he's ordered 3 class sets already. I'm not saying that a change wasn't necessary. I think we're all a bit tired of the book we're using at the moment, but I do think he could have let us have some say in the matter before going ahead. It's no way to run a department.
Speaker 3.
Until now, a student's end-of-term report consisted of a mark for each subject, followed by a summarising comment from the tutor. With the new system, each subject teacher has to write a comment as well. And since I teach maths to as many as 200 students every year, it'll take me absolutely ages. The head says the tutor's comment isn't enough to give parents a full picture of how their child's getting on. But I think it's fine, as long as it's carefully written. Most parents won't read the comments anyway. They're just interested in the marks. It's a waste of time as far as I'm concerned. And I know the majority of my colleagues feel the same.
Speaker 4.
The situation in Year 10 is not much better than it was before. Mixing up the classes like that, splitting up the troublemakers, is a step in the right direction, but it doesn't go far enough. They're still there and they're still causing disruption to lessons. The head should have asked the parents to come in and got the kids to make certain guarantees in front of them, made them promise to improve their behaviour and so on. Then, if the promises aren't kept, expel them from the school. We told her that, but she said expelling them would just create problems for other schools. She needs to be much tougher.
Speaker 5.
There's some building work going on outside the music room. The windows are double glazed, but they're not thick enough to keep out the noise, so I've been moved to a room on the other side of the school. I've changed rooms many times before, but never to one as bad as this. The ceiling's high, and the acoustics are terrible for the piano. Plus I have to shout to make myself heard, so my throat is suffering, and then the sun streams in during the afternoon and sends the kids to sleep. I'm telling you, as soon as the work's finished, I'm moving straight back to my old room.
Yeah, guys, time is over.
Okay.
Okay. So do you have the answers?
Very difficult.
Yeah,
It's too
I think so.
difficult.
Really? It was about
But yes,
the speed of the speaker, right? And they were talking about.
it was too much words that is too repeatedly, like as, and that confused me.
Actually, this exercise, specifically this one, is the most difficult. This is specifically the most difficult because you have to choose what person has mentioned the following sentence, okay? So you have to practice a lot, okay? So I'm gonna show you the correct answers. There you are. Number 1 is the letter E. Number 2, D. Number 3, H. Number 4, C. And number 5, A. Do you have at least some of them right?
3/5.
3. Okay, perfect. 3 out of 5. Yeah. Tell me what happened with you guys.
I
The
have
rest of
2.
you. 2, okay. 2. What about you, Sandra? And Valeria, I guess, right?
Okay, teacher. I have the
Yes.
answer, but I read because it is a check your answer using audio screen on page 236 and 237. So I read these audios. Okay?
Yeah.
And so I have the answers, the correct answers. But
All of them.
listening, I have only one.
Only one, okay?
Yes. Because
Yes.
I test this before, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna give you an advice, okay? Try to read the audio scripts that you have in these pages, okay? In every single audio listening exercise, you have the audio scripts, okay? And try to listen the audio and reading the audio script as well at the same time, I mean, right? So that you can get in tune, I mean, your ears when you are listening to the audios. And in this way, you're going to keep up the pace little by little. Okay, so remember, listen to the audio and reading as well at the same time. Okay? And try to focus on the specific words that you need to choose. Okay? Depending on every single exercise. On the listening part, I mean. Yes, because you have the audio scripts on the pages at the end of the book. Okay? So this is an advice. Because I would be lying you if I tell you that there is a specific strategy for listening specifically, but because there is not. You just have to practice so that you can familiarize with this kind of exercise, okay? So let's continue. Vocabulary, expressions with as and as to compare, for comparisons, okay? We're going to carry out this exercise in which we have to complete the sentences using these words. And actually, this was the listening part of the previous exercise. It was a piece of this exercise. So let's go with number 1. As, and we have as having absolutely no interpersonal skills, he has a habit of making changes without bothering to find out what anyone else thinks first. So what do you think is the correct word here?
As well?
As well as having absolutely no interpersonal, yeah, I guess, as well as having. In Spanish we said as well as, además de, yeah. In number 2, I teach maths to as 200 students every year.
As many.
As many, perfect.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. As it's carefully written.
As far.
Yeah. As far as it is carefully written, I guess. Number 4, it is a waste of time. Tell me.
What's the meaning of as far as?
As far as means that, for example, we could say, as far as I know, hasta donde sé. Yes, as far as it is carefully written. Yeah.
Y as many as.
Tantos como. Tantos como. For example, you have as many books as I have. Tantos libros como yo tengo. Right? As much as sería tanto como. For uncountable nouns. As many as for countable and as much as for uncountable, okay? So don't forget this. In
What's the
number
meaning of as? As have a meaning or is an auxiliary?
No, it's like an auxiliary because it's an expression for comparisons, specifically for comparisons. Yeah. So it is not like as has a specific meaning. No. It's like a collocation, something like that. These are called fixed expressions. And we have number 4, it is a waste of time. For example, in here is as far as I am concerned. Yes,
And
right?
in this case, that's fine. I think it's fine as far as it's carefully what will be what's the meaning in Spanish?
For example, as I think in this case, it is not as far as it's carefully written. I think it's as long as.
Oh, as long.
Yeah. Number 5, as the work finished. Here is very easy because we have the work's finished. I'm moving straight back to my old room.
As soon.
As soon. Yes, tan pronto como, as soon as. Yeah. So let's check the correct answers. Yes. As well as many as long as. You see? As long as. Do you remember what does it mean as long as?
No.
No. This is very common in the beta first. As long as means no tiene nada que ver con longitud. As long as means siempre y cuando. You see, I think it's fine as long as it is carefully written. Creo que está bien siempre y cuando esté cuidadosamente escrito. As long as. Siempre y cuando. In this case, in this kind of expression, it's likely to appear when using conditionals. Yes, because for example, we are talking about any of them, the first, the second, the third conditional, and we could use to replace the conditionals this phrase, as long as. For example, if you finished your homework, you can go out tonight, okay? And the rephrase phrase you can use, as long as you finish your homework, you can go out tonight. You see? This is very common in conditionals, especially in the keyword transformation part. So be careful with this.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna match these phrases and words. Okay, for the completed expressions involved in exercise 1, in this one. Okay. To a word or expression below with a similar meaning. For example, as well as, what could it be? I mean, the synonym.
Maybe in addition to.
Yeah, in addition to. As many as. As many as. With which one of these phrases?
A surprisingly large number of.
Yes, a surprisingly large number of. As long as. In this case, we have provided. Why? Because provided is the very similar meaning as long as, siempre y cuando, provided that. For example, you can go out tonight as long as you finish your homework. Or you can go out tonight provided that you finish your homework. It's the same. Provided. In number 4, as far as I am concerned. What do you think is the correct answer here?
In my opinion.
Well, it could be in my opinion. Yes, in my opinion. In number 5. As soon as. Immediately. Yeah.
Immediately.
Immediately. Right? So there you are. Now, it's time to practice your favorite part, the speaking part. Speaking part 3, the collaborative task. Do you remember how is the way that you have to perform in this part? Do you remember?
Yes.
What do you have to do in this part, guys? I'm gonna check if you remember what you have to do here.
We have another people. We have to discuss what is the best option of the topic. We doesn't have to talk about another topic, nothing to topic that having to us. And
Yeah.
finally, in 1 minute, we have to discuss what is the best option and llegar and conclusion.
To reach, okay, Daniel, to reach to an agreement. Okay, llegar a un acuerdo. To reach to an agreement. Okay, so don't forget.
Okay.
Repeat it with me. To reach to an agreement.
To reach an agreement.
To reach to an agreement.
To reach to an agreement.
Yes. Yes, so don't forget, okay, to reach to an agreement. And do you remember what was the principal characteristic, the main characteristic of this part? Because this part,
interact.
yes, interact. Remember, you don't have to speak alone, and you don't have to let your partner speak alone as well. You have to interact each other, okay? Because otherwise, your score will be affected, okay? So we're gonna practice in pairs. And as we are here, how many students, okay? 4 students. So let me see. Jaroslav is going to practice with Valeria. Are you here? Let me know. No. Okay. So Jaroslav is going to practice with Sandra first, and then is going to practice Daniel with Jaroslav once again, okay? So please turn on your microphones, and we're going to practice this exercise. Jaroslav and Sandra, please. You both first. Are you ready?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So, my dear guys, you have 2 minutes to talk about the following question. What changes have taken place in these different areas over the last century? Please discuss about all the options that you have here.
Okay. Okay, Sandra, I think in communication we have very we have many development. For example, we have telephone and now we have smartphones.
Okay. In communication, personally, I think there are many changes. For example, we can find information in any time and any place. What do you think about this, the globalization?
Yeah, I think globalization has been very helpful, and it makes our lives very easy. What do you
Okay.
think about it?
Yeah, we have the communication change with the style because before we communicate through letters or the read newspaper. Now we use the platforms like Facebook, WhatsApp, and other platforms.
Yes, but I sometimes I think we are with over communication because people nowadays needs to be in communication all the time, and I think it's a little bit exhausting.
Okay. What about medicine? What change have in medicine? Do you think they're changing this in this moment?
Yes, I had seen I have seen in news. For example, medicine is um, yeah, some medicine is
Okay,
developed.
keep going, keep going, keep
Okay.
going. Don't worry.
Okay, in medicine, for example, we have the nanotechnology. The doctors use this technology to to find information to take care of our health. Another
Yes,
thing to medicine is the expectancy of life with the good food, exercise. Okay.
yes, I also have seen, for example, some doctors now are giving online attention, so you don't need to go to the doctor physically, and now you can see it through your
Okay.
computer.
Thank you so much,
Okay.
guys. Time is over, so now you have 1 minute to reach to an agreement.
Okay. I agree with you with the communication and medicine change in now and in the future too. You?
Yes, I agree with it with that. I think every day we have some new advances. I don't know how to say it. Nuevos avances.
Okay. Yeah, so we are agree. We agree with this, right? We change in technology, they change the communication, they due to technology and medicine.
Yeah, thank you so much. What was the word that you didn't how to say? You didn't know how
Eh,
to say.
nuevos avances.
New
Advancement.
advancements. New
New
advancements, right?
advance
Yeah,
advancements.
yeah. So I was about to interrupt you, but I didn't. To tell you one advice. Every time that you forget and you don't know how to say, one trick here is that you can ask a question to your partner. For example, if you forget what you were going to say, you just can think of an answer and there you are. Okay? Every time your mind goes blank. Okay? That is a trick. Ask a question to your partner. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
So that
Okay.
you can, yes, so that you can expand on the conversation, right? Because otherwise your score will be affected. And one way is to make a question to your partner. Think no more. Yeah? So now it's your turn, Daniel. Who wants to try it again? Who wants to be Daniel's partner in this exercise? Who wants to try it again? You, Jaroslav, or Sandra?
I can do it.
Yeah, okay. So Jaroslav and Daniel is going to be our... Okay, so you have 2 minutes, guys, to talk about the following questions. What changes have taken place in these different areas over the last century? 2 minutes, please.
Okay. I will be directly. I don't want to be too faucet. And by my section for mine is medicine, because medicine have a lot of advances like 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 vacunas or maybe medicaments that
Vaccinates.
is
Daniel,
uh,
vaccinates.
vaccinates
Yeah,
and too much medicines that now it's too much cost like vaccinates for cancer.
yeah.
Yes, I think it's a very important advancement. But I think I also think it's it there we need to have another development, because I think it's too much chems chemics um,
Chemicals.
chemicals.
Yeah.
I think it could be changed.
I I don't think so. For my opinion, maybe another way, another change, other for medicine, maybe is communication because the last century was only like it doesn't have any technology, but now we have smartphones, AirPods, laptops, tablets.
But don't you think we are losing physical communication?
Yes, we're losing that, but it's important because it's too boring or too tired to write a card and send to a friend for another country than send an email or a message in WhatsApp for your phone and send it in seconds.
So you prefer texting instead of meeting with your friend?
Yes, because it's more shorter than write a card and send it.
But I think it's necessary to meet with people to for not losing the humanity uh, meeting.
Yes, for
Thank
the
you, guys.
people.
Time is over. Time is over. Thank you so much. Now you have 1 minute to reach to an agreement.
Okay, in my opinion, the best options are communication and medicine. What do you think?
I think yes, we have a lot of changes in communication and medicine. I think these technological advancements can help us to meet.
Yes, it helps us every day. Like it's like an initial. It's easy to do it. In communication to write a message in WhatsApp, and send it. Medicine have relevances and vaccines.
Yes, I agree. I also agree that we can save time
Mhm.
and medicine can help us with this uh, advancement.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Please let me congratulations to you, okay? Because Sandra, Jaroslav, and you, Daniel, are getting better regarding your speaking skills, okay? So you just have to shape only some fluency, okay, some words, the pronunciation as well. For example, you, Jaroslav, said is development is the proper
Develop.
pronunciation. Development.
Okay, develop.
Development, right? So don't forget development, okay? And apart from that, it's okay, guys, okay? If you do it like this in the real exam, you are done. But keep on practicing, okay? Keep on practicing so that you can get better, even better. Yeah?
Okay.
Thank you so much. So let's keep in practice a little bit of speaking. More speaking, okay? Because we have 5 minutes yet, okay? So we're gonna discuss the following questions on the topic of change. And first, who can tell me, guys, any of you, do you think the quality of life in general is better now than it used to be in the past? Who can tell me?
Yes, the quality of life is better now than it used to be due to medicine, due to the people conscious about eat healthy food and do exercise. The water is better too than before, right? The life is better in general is better
Yeah, but
now than
Sandra,
before.
but what about pollution?
Oh, the
Yeah,
pollution.
right.
Yeah, okay. About the pollution, yeah, we don't, contamination is very, very hard in these days. But I think it is not, the life it is better because the kind of water is better than we used to before. For example, I live in the Amazon region, the water is very, very bad there. So, yeah,
Oh,
okay.
really? Do you live in what province do you live?
I worked, no, I work in Napo.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay. So I
Yes.
guess that
So,
your
so
job is really
in the
tiring,
Amazon,
right?
the pollution is not big like here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I can imagine that. Okay. Thank you so much. Jaroslav, some people say we have too much choice nowadays. I mean, it's too much alternatives in the current society. What do you think about this?
Yes, I think nowadays we have too much choices in very in very parts in some parts
Everywhere. Yeah,
everywhere.
everywhere. Everywhere. Yeah. That is the proper word. Everywhere.
Okay, everywhere. Yes, for example, we have a lot of social media. We can we are connected and we have news, uh,
Yes.
what's happening in around the world all of the time.
Yeah,
We
in a few words, this world has become very globalized, right?
Yes, very globalized.
Yeah, thank you so much. Daniel, how could the education system in our country be improved here in Ecuador?
Okay, our education system in our country, it could be improved in like in digital materials or maybe in infrastructura. Because
Infrastructure.
yes, infrastructure.
Yeah.
Because the schools, or for now, it's it's like in the past, like the last century. Yes, it's
Yes.
too old, and and maybe the books, it have to be an advance, like digital materials, do not only for a page of the book, quizzes like diapositivas.
Slides.
Yes, slides.
Yes, perfect.
Yes,
Thank you
yes,
so
that is it.
much. Okay. So Sandra, please tell me, if you could change one thing in your life, what would it be? Tell us.
Okay, I don't change nothing in my life because I am the people that don't like change. Okay, I am the old dinosaur. I'm afraid because it's difficult for me to change. If one thing I like, I would to study. I used to study quickly to get the certificate B2. For me, it's late now, right?
Oh yeah, I mean your progress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
okay.
So you just want to say one thing. I wouldn't change nothing or anything. Yes, I
Yeah.
wouldn't change. No cambiaría nada. Sí, I wouldn't change. Okay. That is
Okay.
the proper. Okay. Thank you so much. Jaroslav, tell me. Some people don't like changes. Okay, like Sandra, for example. Why do you think that is? Why? Why is the reason of this? Jaroslav.
Oh, sorry. I think it's because maybe they reading. Um, uh, I also think it could be for their lifestyle. Maybe in some parts, the life is
Very different.
yes, very different, and some people are not open to changes.
Yeah. They are not open-minded people, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. So to get finished this lesson, I'm gonna ask Daniel the following question. What do you think, Daniel, will be the biggest changes in the next 100 years?
iPhone, because iPhone is the new technology for teenagers and for adults. iPhone is the biggest step on technology, because iPhone revolutions the mind of the human.
Okay. And what about the changes regarding the medicine field, the medical field, the educational field?
Yes, in part of medicine is also important, like vacuums, paracetamol, and ibuprofeno, and also for make some treatments for some dangerous virus like SIDA, VHI, cancer, or coronavirus.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, Daniel. So guys, time is over, and as a homework, I want you to do the following pages, okay? From the workbook, of course. Then the page number 22 and 23. No more. Yeah?
Okay.
22 and 23.
Okay.
Okay. So this is it for today. Thank you so much, and let me know if you have any question about today's lesson. Nope.
No.
Okay. So please don't leave the session because I'm gonna take a screenshot of today's attendance, okay?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you
Goodbye.
so much. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.